When the first sunlight touches your window, a quiet, sacred moment opens, a moment that belongs only to you. The world is still asleep, the streets are empty, and your mind is free from distractions. This is the moment to choose. Will you drift through the day like yesterday, or will you take the first step toward a new life? Every person carries a deep desire inside, to grow stronger, to live fully, and to leave something meaningful behind. Yet most of us wake up, grab our phones, scroll endlessly, and wonder why nothing ever changes. The truth is, change doesn't come from waiting. It comes from action. Life doesn't pause for anyone. Every morning that passes without intention is a morning wasted. Life waits for no one. Step outside early. Look around. The streets are quiet. A few cafes open their doors. Somewhere a person runs, sweat dripping from their face, yet their eyes shine with purpose. They finish their run, sit down, and write the 3 most important tasks of the day. No one watches, no one applauds. They just start. Meanwhile, countless others snooze, scroll, and say, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow never comes. Every second counts. Marcus Aurelius said, "Do not act as if you are going to live 10,000 years. Life is short. Waiting for the perfect time is an illusion." Think of a friend who wanted to learn the guitar. For 5 years, they kept saying, "I'll start when I have more time." Another friend, equally busy, started 15 minutes a day. 3 years later, they performed on stage. Waiting steals life. Action builds it. Start small. Tomorrow morning, instead of reaching for your phone, sit up, drink water, and write the 3 most important tasks for your day. That small act signals your brain, "I am taking charge." Repeat it, and mornings will no longer be for laziness. They will be for momentum. Take care of yourself first. Imagine a castle in a valley. Strong walls, bright towers, but every morning caretakers inspect every stone, clean the dust, and fix cracks. Without this, the castle would crumble. Humans are the same. We often ignore our minds and bodies rushing through life. Neglect your health, sleep, or emotions, and chaos wins. Begin small. Wake 30 minutes earlier. Drink water, stretch, take deep breaths. Write one thing you're grateful for. These simple acts signal, "I matter. I am in charge." Ariana Huffington learned this the hard way, collapsing from exhaustion. She rebuilt her life by dedicating mornings to self-care, meditation, and intentional breathing. You can do the same. Even 10 minutes of awareness can transform your day. Don't regret. Learn and move forward. Regret is heavy, but it's not the past. It's the present. It's knowing you could have acted but didn't. The Stoics remind us to turn regret into lessons. Missed your workout yesterday? Move today. Spoke harshly to someone? Make amends today. Imagine a man who skipped talking to his father for years, thinking he'd do it later. One day, the opportunity was gone. The regret didn't come from the missed conversation. It came from the years of waiting. Action, even small, prevents this wait. Start each morning with this simple question. What one thing can I do today that I'll thank myself for tomorrow? Build your dream, not someone else's. Most people work tirelessly to build someone else's vision, jobs, routines, expectations. Marcus Aurelius said, "A man's worth is in his ambitions." What are you building? Even 10 minutes a day on your own dream. Writing, learning, sketching, or practicing adds up. Small daily acts are votes for the life you want. Think of the baker in your town. Every morning they knead dough even when no one watches, imagining the perfect loaf. One day they own the bakery. That's how dreams grow, quietly, daily, patiently. Reflection, pause. Take a deep breath. Close your eyes for a moment. Ask yourself, am I living my own life or someone else's? What one small action can I take today to get closer to my dream? How will I care for myself first before the day begins? Even if you do nothing else today, answering these questions is already a step forward.
Your mornings, your actions, and your focus define the person you become. Choose wisely. Start now. Every decision you make, no matter how small, sends ripples into your life. When you brush off distraction, step into discipline, and honor your intentions, you begin to claim the life that was waiting for you all along. Do not underestimate the power of one committed morning, one focused hour, one deliberate choice repeated day after day. These are the moments that shape character, that strengthen resolve, that build the bridge between who you are today and who you were meant to be. The world will not pause for your hesitation. Opportunities do not linger indefinitely. Every sunrise is a gentle reminder that life continues, with or without your participation. Those who succeed are not the luckiest or the most talented. They're the ones who act while others wait, who persist when others doubt, who keep showing up even when the path seems long and uncertain. Momentum is forged in the quiet mornings, in the small acts that no one sees, and in the patience to keep going when immediate results are invisible. So take your step, write the task, take the breath, stretch the body, honor your mind, protect your time, safeguard your energy, and invest it in what matters most. The more you do this, the more life begins to align with your vision. You begin to wake not just to the world, but to yourself, your purpose, your strength, your potential. And one day, looking back, you will realize that all the mornings you chose action over procrastination, intention over distraction, and growth over comfort, they quietly build a life worth living. Your journey starts here. Not tomorrow, not next week, not when conditions feel perfect. Right now, right here. Because the sun will rise, whether you are ready or not. And when it does, the question remains, will you let it pass, or will you step into your life fully with courage, clarity, and relentless determination? Think for a moment about those who lived before us. The thinkers, the warriors, the dreamers who shaped history. None of them waited for perfect conditions. Marcus Aurelius ruled an empire while reflecting on the smallness of human distraction. Seneca wrote about the brevity of life, while knowing every second was precious. They understood that time is the most precious currency you will ever own, and yet most of us squander it unconsciously, scrolling through feeds, waiting for motivation, waiting for the right moment that will never come. Imagine yourself walking through the streets of your city at dawn. The air is crisp, the light gentle, painting everything in shades of gold and shadow. Few people are awake, yet life is stirring. A baker pulls fresh loaf from the oven, filling the air with warmth and the smell of effort. A runner passes by, steady and determined, breathing rhythmically, every step a commitment to their body and mind. Somewhere, a student sits at a desk, notebook open, pen moving across pages, knowledge slowly becoming mastery. Each of them acts not because the world watches, but because they respect themselves enough to show up. This is the quiet power of daily action. Contrast that with the millions who remain asleep, even metaphorically. They wait, they hope, they plan, they dream. But hope without action is empty. Dreams without work are illusions. Every day that passes without effort is a day surrendered to life by default, not choice. And the weight of those days accumulates, quietly forming regret, frustration, and longing. Regret is not about the past. It is about the present. The awareness that you could have acted, and yet you did not. It is the heaviness you feel when you say, I'll start tomorrow, over and over, and tomorrow, of course, never comes. The Stoics remind us that we cannot control the past, but we can control our response now. We can take responsibility for the seconds we are given, for the energy we carry, for the attention we invest. We can act. Start with small, deliberate actions. Wake 30 minutes earlier. Drink a glass of water and feel it awaken your body. Stretch. Breathe deeply, filling your lungs, expanding your chest, and letting the quiet strength of life flow through you. Write down 3 tasks that, when completed, will bring progress, however small. These small acts are the foundation. They teach your mind that it matters, that it is agency, that it is capable, and then take care of yourself. Because no fortress stands strong if its walls are crumbling. Humans are like castles. Our minds, bodies, and spirits are interconnected, and neglecting any one of them weakens the whole. Sleep enough to restore your energy. Eat with awareness, not haste. Walk, run, stretch, move your body with respect. Write, reflect, meditate, even for 10 minutes. These are not indulgences. They are necessities. A life built on neglect cannot withstand the challenges that come inevitably to all of us. Consider the story of Ariana Huffington, a brilliant, ambitious woman. She pushed herself beyond her limits, ignoring the signals of her body and mind. She collapsed from exhaustion, a harsh lesson that even the most driven must honor their humanity. She rebuilt her life, dedicating mornings to self-care, meditation, and intentional focus. She understood that only by nurturing herself could she truly achieve and lead. You can do the same. You can choose to honor yourself before the demands of the day take over. And when you do act, even in small ways, the momentum compounds. 15 minutes of practice every day makes a musician. 10 minutes of reflection grows wisdom. One thoughtful act builds character. Small daily victories are the true architects of a meaningful life. They are the quiet, invisible work that accumulates into mastery, fulfillment, and purpose. Reflect now. What is your vision? What is the life you want to build? Too many spend their days constructing someone else's dream, jobs, expectations, routines that drain rather than elevate. Marcus Aurelius said, "A man's worth is in his ambitions." What are you ambitious for? Even if it is just 15 minutes a day, focus on your dream. Write, draw, plan, learn. Nurture it quietly. Tend to it patiently. And over months and years, you will witness the miraculous. A dream once distant and vague becomes tangible, real, and yours. Life is fleeting. Time is limited. The choices you make today echo across tomorrow. Will you scroll endlessly, drift passively, and wonder where your life went? Or will you rise, act, create, and push forward with clarity, courage, and discipline? The path is simple but not easy. It requires consistency, awareness, and the courage to confront your own laziness, distraction, and fear. But every step forward is a victory. Every small act of intentionality is a declaration. I am the master of my life. Take one more deep breath. Feel it. Let it remind you that life is present, and you are here to engage with it fully. Ask yourself, am I living for myself or for the expectations of others? What one action today will move me closer to my dream? How will I honor my mind, body, and spirit before the day begins? Answer honestly, and then act. Do not wait for the applause, the recognition, or the perfect conditions. Act because your life depends on it. It does. Every morning, every choice, every moment matters. When you live this way, you no longer drift through life. You shape it. You create it. You own it. The sun rises again tomorrow, and the day after, and the next, but it will not wait for you to be ready. So rise. Step forward. Begin now. One deliberate morning, one intentional action, one conscious choice at a time, and you will build a life of strength, purpose, and fulfillment. Start today. Build your discipline. Protect your energy. Honor your intentions. And above all, act, because life waits for no one, and the power to shape it is in your hands. Start today. Build your discipline. Protect your energy. Honor your intentions. And above all, act, because life waits for no one, and the power to shape it is in your hands. But let's take this further. Imagine the life you want as a mountain in the distance. From here, it may feel impossibly high, intimidating, untouchable. The path is not always clear. There are rocks in your way, streams to cross, storms that come without warning. Many look at the mountain and turn away, saying, "It's too hard. I'll try another day." But the truth is, the mountain only becomes unreachable when you do nothing. Every small step you take, every deliberate action, every moment of focus, is a step closer to the summit. Consider the traveler who begins at dawn, when the air is still and the world is silent. The first steps are always the hardest. Doubt creeps in. Am I strong enough? Will I ever get there? But then the sun rises, warming your face, lighting the path, and you realize the journey itself is teaching you strength, resilience, and patience. Each step builds muscle, not just in your legs, but in your mind and spirit. Momentum gathers quietly. And one day, you look up and realize you are no longer at the bottom. You have climbed higher than you thought possible. This is the power of starting, of taking consistent action. Too many wait for permission, for motivation, for clarity. They wait for the right day or the perfect moment, as if life would pause until they were ready. But the world keeps moving. Seasons change. Opportunities fade. Time slips through your fingers. Every second that passes without deliberate action is a second you cannot reclaim. You must learn to treat time like a precious, finite resource, because it is. Imagine your life as a ledger. Every day is a page. Every hour is an entry. Are you writing meaningful entries? Or are you leaving blank spaces, wasted hours filled with scrolling, distractions, and idle thoughts? The Stoics remind us that death is not a threat. It is a teacher. The awareness of our mortality sharpens our focus. We realize that waiting is costly. Regret is unnecessary when action is available. Think of the greatest creators, leaders, and thinkers in history. They did not wait for comfort, certainty, or approval. Leonardo da Vinci did not wait to paint until the world validated him. He painted because he was driven from within. Thomas Edison did not wait for perfect conditions to invent. He failed thousands of times before success came. They understood that mastery is built through repetition, effort, and persistence, not luck or ease. Now, reflect on yourself. What is your craft, your dream, your purpose? Perhaps it is writing a book, learning a skill, building a business, or creating art. Whatever it is, the path begins not with grand gestures, but with small, intentional steps repeated daily. 10 minutes, 15 minutes. One task completed before distractions intrude. These are the bricks of a life built intentionally. These small victories, compounded over weeks, months, and years, become unstoppable momentum. And yet, action alone is not enough. Reflection is equally vital. Take time to pause and ask, where am I heading? What am I sacrificing without even realizing it? How am I investing my attention? A life without reflection is like sailing without a compass. You move, but without direction. You expend energy, but it may be wasted. Combine deliberate action with deliberate thought, and suddenly, every movement has purpose. The world outside may not notice. No one may cheer you on. The streets remain quiet. The morning still unobserved. The tasks invisible to the eyes of others. But it does not matter. Your life is not a performance of the world. It is a responsibility to yourself. The quiet acts, the unrecognized steps, the unseen work. These are what transform ordinary days into extraordinary lives. Now consider the distractions that will try to steal your focus. The endless scroll of social media, the tempting comfort of bed, the whispering voice of procrastination. These are your adversaries, and you must confront them daily. Not with anger, but with discipline. Not with fear, but with clarity. Each time you resist distraction and choose action, you strengthen a muscle in your mind and spirit. You become someone who does not drift. You become someone who shapes reality rather than letting it shape you. Health, too, is non-negotiable. Your body is the vessel through which your life flows. Neglect it, and everything else falters. Stretch, run, lift, eat with intention, sleep fully. Nourish not only your mind and ambitions, but your vessel, the body that carries you through each day. It is your foundation. Without it, even the greatest vision collapses under the weight of exhaustion and neglect. And then there is resilience. Life will test you. People will doubt you. Setbacks will come. Plans will fail. Dreams will feel distant and heavy. The difference between those who succeed and those who do not is the ability to rise again and again, each time learning, adjusting, and moving forward. Do not fear failure. It is not defeat. Failure is information, feedback, a teacher. The Stoics remind us that we cannot control external events, only our response to them. Embrace this power. Every morning, when you wake, ask, how will I respond today? Will I shrink or will I act? Will I grow or will I drift? Now, expand your vision further. Think of the ripple effect of your actions. Your discipline does not only shape your life, it touches those around you, your family, friends, colleagues, even strangers. Your energy, focus, and growth inspire, influence, and elevate. Every small act of purpose compounds, reaching farther than you can see. A quiet morning spent in reflection, intention, and work may change not just your life, but the world around you in ways invisible yet profound. So rise, wake fully, drink water, stretch, breathe, write your intentions, guard your focus, begin your work, pursue your dream, honor your body, protect your mind, learn, reflect, persist, and do it every single day without exception. The sun rises again tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. It does not wait. Life will not pause for you. Only through your deliberate action, repeated consistently, will you carve the path to your destiny. Imagine the day 10 years from now. When you look back, will you see a life full of excuses and wasted time? Or will you see a life built steadily, intentionally, beautifully? A life shaped by courage, focus, and relentless action? That vision, that life, begins now. Not tomorrow, not later. Now, this is your moment. The quiet morning, the unobserved effort, the small, deliberate choices. These are the bricks of your future. Build them, build yourself, and step into the life you were always meant to live. Because the truth is simple. Time will not wait, life will not pause, and the opportunity is only yours if you claim it. Act today. Take your step, and then the next, and the next, until momentum becomes unstoppable, and your life becomes a masterpiece it was always capable of being. Because the truth is simple. Time will not wait, life will not pause, and the opportunity is only yours if you claim it. Act today. Take your step, and then the next, and the next, until momentum becomes unstoppable, and your life becomes a masterpiece it was always capable of being. But let's go deeper. Consider this. Every person you see waking, walking, talking has a life shaped by the choices they made yesterday. Some woke early, pursued their work, reflected on themselves, and pushed forward despite fear, doubt, or fatigue. Others remained in the comfort of inertia, lulled by excuses, distracted by fleeting pleasures, letting time slip through their fingers like water. Who do you want to be? Who will you be? This is not a hypothetical. The choice exists in every second, every breath, every heartbeat. Look around you. The world is indifferent. It does not bend for your hesitation. Opportunities appear and vanish. People rise and people fall. Those who take action reap rewards. Those who delay reap regret. Life is a river, and time is the current. Stand still, and you are swept away. Step in, swim with purpose, and you carve your own course. Every movement, every effort is a stroke toward the life you imagine. Think about the small acts that compound into greatness. A person who reads 15 minutes a day gains knowledge unimaginable in a year. A person who writes a page a day builds a book in a year. A person who trains their body a little each morning becomes unrecognizably strong over months. Small choices repeated relentlessly accumulate into mastery, into freedom, into accomplishment. Do not underestimate them. They are invisible seeds, but the harvest they produce is monumental. Consider the stories of those who acted when others hesitated. Elon Musk built rockets while critics scoffed. Serena Williams trained tirelessly while the world slept. Vincent van Gogh painted endlessly, even when no one saw, even when poverty gnawed at him. These were ordinary humans who committed to extraordinary consistency. Ordinary humans who understood that waiting was the enemy. Waiting is silent death for dreams. Action is life. And yet, action without reflection can be hollow. You must know why you act. You must connect every effort to your vision. Ask yourself, what am I building? What am I striving for? Not what society wants from me, not what friends or family expect, but what my soul, my mind, my deepest self demands. If you are unclear, your actions scatter. If you are clear, the smallest step today propels you towards something far greater than yourself. Even the most disciplined falter. We all encounter fear, fatigue, doubt, and pain. But this is the crucible of growth. The fire tests us, shapes us, tempers us. Life does not promise ease. The Stoics understood this. The obstacle on the path becomes a path. Never forget, within every obstacle is an opportunity to improve our condition. when difficulty comes, and it will, face it, learn from it, turn it into strength. Let every challenge be a teacher, every setback a lesson, and every failure a stepping stone. And let us not forget health, the vessel through which all action flows. Your body is not merely a tool. It is a foundation of everything you hope to accomplish. Ignore it, and the mind falters. Feed it, train it, nurture it, and suddenly the mind can reach heights previously impossible. Stretch, move, run, walk, eat with intention, sleep with discipline. Treat your body as a sacred instrument it is, and it will carry you further than you imagine. Now, consider relationships. The people around you reflect, amplify, or hinder your journey. Choose wisely. Seek those who elevate you, who challenge you, who inspire consistency and excellence. Remove, or at least distance yourself, from those who drain energy, encourage procrastination, or belittle ambition. Time is too precious to spend in the company of those who do not respect it. Align your life with the people and the energy that amplify your vision. Take a moment and reflect. Where are you wasting your mornings, your hours, your energy? Is it in distractions, in the pull of endless feeds, in meaningless chatter, in passive routines that lead nowhere? Or are you using every sunrise, every quiet moment, to craft the life you dream of? Every minute is a chance to begin again, to course correct, to reclaim your power. The day does not care about your excuses. Only action matters. Only consistency matters. Only focus matters. And remember this, growth is often invisible at first. The effort you put in today may feel unrewarding. You may wonder if it is worth it. You may question whether your actions are meaningful. This is natural. Greatness rarely announces itself immediately. But just because progress is invisible does not mean it is not real. Just because results are delayed does not mean your effort is wasted. Like a tree growing its roots deep before its first visible bloom, you're consistent. Disciplined actions lay the groundwork for the life that is coming, powerful, lasting, and uniquely yours. So rise again tomorrow, and the next day, and the day after that. Protect your mornings. Guard your focus. Reflect on your actions. Strengthen your body. Challenge your mind. Confront your fears. Act with courage, intention, and discipline. Every sunrise is a call. Every breath an opportunity. Every second a chance to shape your destiny. Picture yourself years from now. You look back at the life you've lived. Will you see a story of hesitation, distraction, and regret? Or will you see a story of persistence, growth, courage, and fulfillment? That story begins now, in the quiet moments before the world stirs. It begins with the choice to act, the choice to honor yourself, the choice to live deliberately. Your life, your legacy, your dreams, they will not wait for permission. They will not pause for hesitation. They demand action. They demand focus. They demand courage. So rise. Begin now. Step forward. One choice. One action. One day at a time. Build momentum. Build discipline. Build yourself. And slowly, inevitably, you will discover that the life you dreamed of, powerful, fulfilling, extraordinary, is no longer a dream. It is reality. Because you acted. You persisted. You refused to drift. You claimed your time. The world will rise and fall around you. People will sleep, scroll, and wait. But you will act. You will climb. You will create. You will endure. You will build. And one day, the quiet mornings, the small choices, the relentless consistency will have forged something monumental, a life lived fully, a life owned completely, a life that will echo far beyond your time here. This is your call. The sun rises again tomorrow, and the day after, and the day after that. Will you rise with it, deliberately, courageously, and fully alive? Or will you drift once more, watching life pass by, waiting for a better moment that never comes? The choice is yours, and the moment is now. But pause for a moment and really feel that truth. Feel the weight of your life in this instant. The seconds that have passed will never return. The breaths you have taken, the thoughts you have entertained, the distractions you have indulged in, all of it is gone. Only this moment remains. And in this moment, you hold the power to shape everything that follows. Your future, your growth, your strength, your happiness, your legacy, they all depend on this very choice: to act, to rise, to step into your potential. Consider the countless lives wasted in the quiet surrender waiting. People who dream endlessly but do not act. People who lament the passing of time yet spend it in scrolling, in hesitation, in avoidance. They whisper, "I'll start tomorrow," and tomorrow never comes. Time is a river, relentless and unforgiving. Every second that slips away is a second that could have been devoted to mastery, to growth, to building a life that matters. And yet, even among this truth, there is hope, for every wasted moment can still become a turning point if you choose to seize what remains. Rise early, even when the night is long and sleep is sweet, even when your body protests and your mind begs for comfort. Stand, breathe, stretch, awaken your senses, and command your attention. The world will not stop to honor your readiness. It does not pause, and so you must move first. Small acts of discipline in the morning create a cascade of momentum that carries through the entire day. Drink water. Move your body. Write your intentions. Set 3 tasks that will bring meaningful progress. This is a foundation, the unglamorous, unseen work that builds unstoppable momentum. Now imagine the lives of those who refuse to wait. Marcus Aurelius, emperor and philosopher, ruled a vast empire while reflecting daily on the brevity of life. He understood that even the smallest deliberate choice contributes to the legacy of a man. Seneca, writing letters that have endured thousands of years, reminded us that life is not long enough to waste in idleness. Leonardo da Vinci painted, sketched, and experimented tirelessly, not for recognition, but because he understood that mastery is forged in the quiet consistency of daily action. Elon Musk did not pause for comfort or certainty. He acted, innovated, and endured criticism and failure, step by step, until his vision materialized. You are no different from these people. You have the same capacity to act, to endure, to build. The only difference is whether you choose to seize the moment. Do not underestimate small actions. They are the seeds of greatness. A page written, a skill practiced, a conversation held, a run completed, a thought reflected upon. These are the building blocks of mastery. Consistency compounds. A little effort today becomes a mountain of achievement over time. Small victories repeated create momentum so powerful it becomes unstoppable. And yet, most people never start. They wait. They hesitate. They defer their life. Your body is a fortress. Protect it. Strengthen it. Feed it. Hydrate it. Move it. Rest it. Your mind is a temple. Focus it. Reflect within it. Challenge it. And fill it with knowledge. Your spirit is a flame. Tend it. Nourish it. Guard it. And let it guide you. Neglect any of these, and the fortress crumbles. Strength, health, clarity, and focus are not luxuries. They are prerequisites for the life you dream of. Now consider setbacks. Life will test you. Every dream worth pursuing will meet resistance. People will doubt you. Plans will fail. Opportunities will slip. Pain will visit. But this is inevitable. The Stoics teach that it is not the event itself that causes suffering. It is our response. Fear, doubt, procrastination, and anger only magnify hardship. Discipline, reflection, and action transform obstacles into lessons, failures into feedback, and pain into fuel. Every challenge you face is an opportunity to grow stronger, smarter, and more resilient. Think of the marathon runners, the artists, the inventors, the leaders who endured long nights, countless failures, and endless criticism. They did not achieve greatness overnight. They did it step by step, day by day, with persistent effort. And their consistency, more than their talent, determine their impact. You are no less capable. The same principles apply. The same work ethic applies. The same commitment will yield results if you start now. Your relationships matter. 2. Those who surround you will either lift you or weigh you down. Choose wisely. Seek mentors, friends, colleagues, and allies who inspire consistency, excellence, and courage. Distance yourself from energy drains, naysayers, and those who diminish your potential. Time is too precious to be wasted on those who do not honor your growth. Align yourself with those who elevate, challenge, and support your vision. Even in reflection, do not linger in regret. Regret is heavy, not because it weighs on the past, but because it robs you of the present. Every "I should have" and "I could have" is a chain holding you back. The Stoics remind us to learn from the past, accept it, and move forward with wisdom. Missed an opportunity? Make the next one count. Failed a task? Improve today. Spoke harshly? Make amends. Every moment you act intentionally is a victory over regret. Every conscious decision shifts your trajectory. Now, imagine your life 10 years from today. Will it be filled with memories of laziness, hesitation, and wasted time? Or will it be a testament to courage, action, and deliberate choice? Will it be a story of consistent effort, small victories, quiet discipline, and relentless growth? The seeds you plant today, in this very moment, determine that outcome. Every deliberate choice is a vote for the person you wish to become. Every act of courage, discipline, and focus builds a future you will be proud to inhabit. Think of the ripple effect. Your discipline, focus, and courage do not exist in isolation. Your growth inspires others. Your effort sets a standard. Your persistence becomes a silent teacher to those who witness it, knowingly or unknowingly. The small actions you take, the choices you make, create waves far beyond your immediate perception. One morning spent in intentional action can echo across weeks, months, and years, influencing not only your life but the lives of everyone you touch. And yet, even with all this power, the world will continue to rise and fall indifferent to your readiness. It will not wait for your courage. It will not pause for your preparation. Every sunrise is a test. Will you rise with it, with clarity and with purpose, or will you let it pass, surrendering to inertia and comfort? The choice, as always, is yours. So rise, wake fully, stretch, breathe, move, write, reflect, plan, act. Guard your energy, your focus, your mind, your body, your spirit. Resist distraction. Resist laziness. Resist the whisper of later. Let each morning, each hour, each minute be deliberate, intentional, and filled with purpose. Momentum begins in these small moments, unseen but powerful. Momentum builds, and with it, your life transforms. Picture the life you want, not the life you accept by default, not the life dictated by others. The life you would craft if you refuse to settle, if you refuse to wait, if you refuse to drift. Every step toward that life begins now. Every choice, every action, every morning, every decision matters. Small steps compound into giant leaps. Consistency over time is unstoppable. The sun rises again tomorrow, and the day after, and the next. It does not wait. Life does not wait. But you have the power to meet it, to rise, to act, to grow, to create, to conquer, to persist. And if you do, if you commit fully, if you choose courage over comfort, action over hesitation, persistence over delay, you will find yourself living a life extraordinary in ways that mere dreaming could never have imagined. This is your call. The world will not wait. Time will not pause. Life will not bend to your hesitation. The opportunity, the moment, the chance to build, to grow, to act is here. It is now, and it is yours. Rise. Step forward. Begin again. Build yourself, your dreams, your legacy, and your life. One morning, one moment, one choice at a time. And slowly, inevitably, what seemed impossible becomes inevitable. What seemed distant becomes tangible. What seemed overwhelming becomes a life fully, deliberately, extraordinarily lived. Rise. Step forward. Begin again. Build yourself, your dreams, your legacy, and your life. One morning, one moment, one choice at a time. And slowly, inevitably, what seemed impossible becomes inevitable. What seemed distant becomes tangible. What seemed overwhelming becomes a life fully, deliberately, extraordinarily lived. But let's go even deeper. Imagine yourself not merely living, but fully inhabiting your potential, the person you were always meant to be, not a version shaped by the expectations of others, not a life dictated by circumstance, but a life created intentionally, meticulously, fearlessly. Picture yourself decades from now, looking back, and realizing that every deliberate choice you made, every small action you took, every morning you refused to surrender to comfort has compounded into something extraordinary. That life, the life you now have the power to create, begins with a decision to act today. Every sunrise offers this choice. The air is crisp, The streets are quiet. The world has not yet demanded your attention. In these precious hours, you can plant seeds that will grow into forests of accomplishment, character, and fulfillment. Drink water. Stretch. Move. Open your eyes fully to the world and, more importantly, to yourself. What is one action today that aligns with the life you want to live? What is one step toward mastery, growth, or purpose? Ask this every morning, and you will no longer drift. You will direct your life like a skilled captain steering a ship through both calm waters and storms alike. Consider the lives of those who refuse to wait. Vincent van Gogh painted endlessly, often without recognition, poverty pressing in from every side. He endured hardship, loneliness, and doubt, yet he persisted. Today, the world honors his vision and dedication. Elon Musk worked tirelessly through criticism, financial risk, and countless failures to turn impossible dreams into reality. Serena Williams trained relentlessly, often in silence, to become one of the greatest athletes of all time. These are not stories of luck. They are stories of relentless, consistent action, even when the world did not notice, even when recognition was absent. And you have the same capacity within you. Action alone is not enough. You must also cultivate reflection. Take time to ask yourself, what am I building? Why am I building it? Who am I becoming in the process? A life without reflection is a life drifting. A life without self-awareness is a life of wasted effort. Combine action with clarity, and suddenly every small step becomes powerful. Every choice becomes deliberate. Every moment becomes a building block for a life of meaning and fulfillment. Now, consider the obstacles. Life will test you. Fear will arise. Doubt will whisper. Fatigue will beckon. Pain will press. And yet, every obstacle is an opportunity. The Stoics teach that adversity is not a curse, but a teacher. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every challenge you face is a chance to grow stronger, wiser, and more resilient. Do not shrink. Do not avoid. Face it. Learn from it. Let it forge your character. Your body, too, is a sacred instrument. Strengthen it. Nourish it. Move it. Sleep it. Stretch it. Without a healthy vessel, even the most brilliant mind and the most disciplined plans will falter. Protect your body as fiercely as you protect your dreams. Train it, honor it, and it will carry you further than you ever imagined. Relationships are another cornerstone. The people you surround yourself with can either elevate you or weigh you down. Seek those who challenge you, inspire you, and reflect your potential back to you. Distance yourself from those who drain your energy, distract your focus, or diminish your ambitions. Time is the most precious currency you have, and it cannot be spent frivolously. Align yourself with those who elevate your life, and you will find that your growth accelerates exponentially. Even regret has its place. If it teaches, if it transforms, if it motivates. Regret is heavy, not because it dwells in the past, but because it robs the present of clarity and action. Do not linger there. Instead, learn, course correct, and move forward. Every action you take today is a rebellion against the paralysis of "I should have." Every choice you make is a step toward freedom, mastery, and purpose. Now expand your vision. Imagine your life 10, 20, 30 years from now. Will it be a tale of hesitation, missed opportunities, and wasted potential? Or will it be a saga of persistence, courage, mastery, and fulfillment? The life you want is not granted. It is built, and it is built through consistent action, discipline, focus, reflection, and resilience. The ripple effect of your life is greater than you realize. Your discipline, your courage, your effort, these do not exist in isolation. They touch the people around you. Your family, friends, colleagues, students, strangers, all are influenced by your commitment. Even small, quiet actions compound outward, creating waves of influence that can reshape communities, organizations, and generations. Your life, when lived intentionally, becomes a force. And yet, the world remains indifferent. Time marches forward. Days pass. Opportunities appear and vanish. The sun rises and sets, indifferent to your readiness. The question is, will you meet it with courage and purpose, or will you allow it to pass unclaimed? The choice is yours. Always yours. So rise. Wake fully. Drink water. Stretch. Move. Reflect. Plan. Act. Guard your focus. Protect your energy. Nurture your mind. Strengthen your body and tend your spirit. Resist distractions. Resist laziness. Resist the siren song of later. Each moment of intentional action compounds. Each day of deliberate effort builds momentum, and with momentum comes unstoppable growth. Picture your life as a mountain. The climb seems impossible at first. The path is steep. Rocks block your way. Storms rage. Doubt creeps in. But each step you take, no matter how small, brings you higher. Eventually, you realize a mountain is not insurmountable. You are stronger than you imagined. The climb itself has made you powerful, disciplined, and resilient. The summit is yours, not because it was easy, but because you refuse to stop. Now reflect on the compounding power of small actions. One page written a day becomes a book in a year. One skill practiced daily becomes mastery in time. One act of courage, one disciplined choice, one morning of focused effort, repeated relentlessly, transforms an ordinary life into an extraordinary one. Consistency is a secret that few recognize, but it is the difference between mediocrity and greatness. And in the quiet mornings, before the world stirs, the real work begins. Drink water. Stretch. Breathe deeply. Reflect. Write your intentions. Train your mind, your body, and your spirit. This is not indulgence. This is the groundwork for a life worth living. These unseen efforts accumulate into momentum that cannot be stopped. And over months and years, the results are undeniable. Consider the stories of the greatest achievers. Marcus Aurelius, ruling an empire while writing Reflections at Wood,